Well, hello and good evening. I'm Mark Nelson here at the First Alert Weather Center at KPTV, and Happy New Year, not only to you out there watching or listening, but to Camila Ortiz. How are you?
Good. Yeah. Happy New Year. We made it to 2026.
We did. It's Thursday, and we are recording this between our 6 o'clock show and our 8 o'clock show. I just finished the 6. I'll be eating lunch. Camila, you're going to be doing the 8 o'clock show, I hope.
Yep.
That's the plan, right? I didn't actually check the schedule today. I assume since you're here, that's what you're doing.
We're on it. Also, wouldn't it be dinner, not lunch?
Yeah, that is funny. I say, why do
you
I
always
say
say
that?
lunch? Well, maybe because when you're working your work shift, you get a lunch break.
Halfway through. Yeah, that's weird.
Typically.
I eat my lunch at home. I would be eating dinner at 5 or 6 p.m. and I'd already be on the couch watching TV right now.
Yeah.
Fox.
But apparently not Stranger Things.
Yeah, we just learned today that I guess I'm 2 seasons behind.
So it was just kind of, you weren't buying it anymore. Was that the
deal?
Well,
Stranger Things was really cool the first season. I don't remember what happened the second season. It was pretty cool. And then the third one, like you confirmed, that was the one where they were in the mall.
Most of the time. Yeah.
And then at that one, I'm like, oh, this is kind of getting crazy. And then we just never got back into it again.
Okay.
So many
That's
shows.
Fine.
What people don't realize, one hardship of our job, working evenings, first world issues, folks. When you work evenings, that means, and I don't turn on the TV when I'm home until like 5 or 6 p.m. I pretty much only stream. We don't really watch much broadcast TV.
That's okay. You can say that you work in TV. I feel like that's a healthy balance.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Strike that part when we edit this. But my point is I don't sit down and watch TV till evening. So that means there's only 2 days of the week maximum in which I would watch TV for a few hours each evening. So I actually have a retirement list of like shows to watch someday.
Yeah.
I never saw The Sopranos. I never saw West Wing. There's a whole bunch of things I never watched.
Yeah.
But
well, good. That'll give you something to do. Yeah.
Okay. So that's enough about us. We want to talk about, let me get my share going here. Let's see.
Yeah. What's the plan?
Because you know what happens. It's New Year's Day. So, of course, what does everybody do New Year's Eve and New Year's Day in the media business? We wrap up what happened this past year, right?
A recap.
Yep. A recap. Lots of things happened. Some things didn't happen. We talk about the terrible mountain snowpack. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
As of this moment, it's the worst snowpack on record up on Mount Hood since at least 76, 77. Which is kind of the number one placeholder for worst snowpack. I mean, up to this point, to January 1st. Okay.
That's sad.
Term of the week kind of goes with that, SWE. Some of you already know what that is. We'll cover what's ahead. I was just at the checkout line. You know, I like to do self-checkout because, I don't usually have a lot of items.
Always.
Yeah. And the person said, hey, so when are we getting snow? And I said, hey, I have no idea when.
But again, this shocks me for this climate. They were talking about in the valleys, snow.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and go on your little tirade. I heard this a few days ago.
This is not. We just don't typically get snow in the valley here. At least not anymore. It probably happened more 50 years ago, right?
Somewhat, but not.
Still,
it was always a rare visitor west of the Cascades. It's like we want something that we can never have or rarely have.
Right. Like people in Miami, Florida aren't going, maybe this is the winter that we're going to get snow.
All right.
You know?
Actually,
okay, exaggeration, but same idea.
Yeah,
anyway.
I get it. So don't be surprised when it doesn't snow in one winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Looking back, so you did these recap graphics, I think. I mean, we both contribute, but you go ahead.
Yeah.
Take the rudder here.
I'll be honest. Peyton actually put together this graphic.
Oh, Peyton's off today.
Yeah. But no, it was a nice little rehash. So warmest December on record. That was notable in the last year. Overall, second warmest year on record behind 2015. So that's also pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as rainfall goes, that one was kind of more nothing to write home about. Near average rainfall, just under 36 inches for the entire year.
Not to make this about me, but we've shown that rainfall graphic around the metro, how widely varying it is around the metro.
Yeah.
The airport and then out in the Tualatin Valley, Hillsborough, west side of Beaverton tend to be the dry spots of the metro when you average out the whole year. But you go either towards way up into the Coast Range, or if you go into some of like the West Hills. And for sure, if you go east towards the Cascades, even Gresham and Troutdale get significantly more rain than PDX on average. And then I live a little east of there. I had 66 inches for the year. So that's it's just wetter the foothills of the Cascades, 1,000 feet. So it's just wetter.
Wow. Yeah. Well, when you look at the entire year, like that number, that difference is actually pretty dramatic.
Yeah. All the little bits of extra rain add up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's our December overview here, our almanac graphics. So a lot of red. There's a lot of red going on here. So plenty of warmer than average days. We had, was it 4 days in the 60s? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, because 5 was the record back in the flood year of 1980.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow. On top of the dome. So we're running, or we ran, I suppose, 5.8 degrees warmer than normal. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and it was nice here right at the end of the month to have the more crisp weather.
Yeah,
and
by the way, 40s are average. Mid to upper 40s is what you want to see in December. So getting 4 days in the 60s is pretty nuts.
Ridiculous. Oh, and the dark reds are 10 degrees or warmer, or 10 degrees or more above average. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, nice. Yeah. So warmest December on record.
Blew it away by a degree in the end. The old
crazy.
record.
Which is actually a lot if you look at the margins between 2 and 3, 3 and 4. It's closer to a half-inch difference. So a full degree is pretty impressive. Yeah, or a half degree. Yeah.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Notice 3 of the last 5. Boy, I really butchered this on air 2 nights ago. Clearly, I needed 1 day off yesterday.
What'd you say on air?
Oh, wait, no, I would have done that no matter when I was working. I think I tried to say, notice the last 3 were in the last 5 years. I don't know what I said.
Yeah,
and then I realized
made it confusing.
And I made it really confusing. My point was the last 3 years have been the top 5.
Of the top 5 warmest Decembers, the last we had 3.
Try that live on air.
This is such a simple thing that we're making complicated.
3 of the top 5 are in the last 3 years.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Words.
See what happens, folks, when you try to do this live stuff on air. And then I just made this graphic, all-time warmest months.
Yeah.
All but one are in the last 10 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Some of these are pretty memorable. I remember February 2016, lots of 60s. Okay. And then March of 2015, that one I don't remember, but there were 2 years in which we had a fall spring and actually kind of turned into spring.
Mm-hmm.
And April 2016, I think that's when we had a day in the first week of the month where it was like 88.
Good Lord.
Mid 80s.
Wow.
The first week of the month. May 2023. That was just a consistently warm and dry. I think that's the one. Yeah. June, that was the big heat wave month, 2021. July was just last year. It was just consistently really warm, as I recall.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember. You start to forget this stuff.
2024.
Yeah, and then August of 23, that was just a really hot month. Is that when we hit 108 again? I think
I was going to say, or was that when we hit 100? When did we hit 116?
Well, that was the June 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then I think it was 2 years later we hit that 108 saying, wow, if we wouldn't have hit.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That said, let me cast a little shade here. Remember, they just replaced that ASOS temperature sensor late last spring at the airport.
Yeah.
So we wonder if for a couple years it was gradually getting a little too warm, maybe.
Yes.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
But this one I do remember. September and October were crazy warm, 2022. 2022, that was that October where did we have 6 days or 12 days in the 80s that month? And then we had some fires. We had some fire smoke in mid-October. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It just went on and on and on the first half of the month.
Yeah, that was bad.
November 16, I don't remember anything specific about that one.
I wasn't here yet.
Yeah, 2025. Yeah, there we go.
Then
the rain for December.
Yeah, it was pretty wet, but it was funny because my brother actually texted me. He's like, has it been drier than normal this month?
Because we had 4 dry days?
Yeah, well, because we had some dry days and all of our rainfall happened in, basically 3 days, right? If you look at it. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, it was the atmospheric river events, the 8th, 9th, 18th. So, but yeah, 8.5 inches of rain. So wetter than average for sure. So I texted my brother, LOL, no.
Wrong again.
Yeah.
And I believe this is our 4th or 5th consecutive really wet May. Must be our 4th consecutive. We don't have that graphic.
Did you mean
December? December.
Yeah. Your brain's already you're hunting for summer. I respect that. I get that.
I just don't know what month I'm in.
Too many days off, I think.
This graphic, Peyton came up with this graphic, and now. So we did the December recap. Now you're going to recap 2025,
the full year. Yeah, so this is kind of fun to see. Again, it's easy to forget what happened even just a few months ago. So this shows you temperature-wise.
I don't remember what happened this morning.
Yeah, what months were below normal and above normal, taking, of course, the average lows, highs. So you can see most of them, 9 of the 12 were above normal temperature-wise. this year.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Wait, we do have some. I think we have some comments in here, possibly.
I think it was about the wind.
Oh, because I couldn't see them because I'm running the graphics. Okay, so you're on top of that, right? While you're talking.
Yes.
Good. Okay. No, I'm back. Okay. So I'm sorry. You were somewhere in the spring, weren't you? Yeah. All above normal until October.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
What else was I going to say about that? I just remember April when I was pulling data for one of the other recap graphics. April was above normal by like 3.5 degrees or something crazy too.
And very dry
April was
too, right?
Yeah, very dry. Almost 2 inches drier than normal.
There it is, below normal. So was May.
Yeah. So, like we mentioned, the rainfall, not as interesting. It was basically exactly half and half, below normal, above normal, for the 12 months.
That's true. And I was thinking, doesn't it feel like? I mean, I've been here a little longer than you. I mean, in this area. It seems like we're having fewer, like, oh my gosh, it's constantly wet in the spring. It seems like that's happening less often. I don't remember any horrific springs in the last 10 years. It seems like, I'm sure there's been one and I've missed it. But
yeah. And it seems like the dry season keeps kind of shifting over a little bit far, like it's bleeding into the fall more and more. Yeah.
I agree. And I think who did we have on? We had a professor from somewhere. I forget where. We had somebody on that said that.
Yeah, which obviously impacts fire season, extends fire season. Yeah.
This is interesting. I just pulled up January through basically yearly precip at the airport. The records go back to 1940. Ignore the first two there. They had partial years there. We didn't really have a 16-inch year.
I was wondering. Yeah.
But I don't have the trend line here, but the trend is there's very little trend in yearly precip here, which is interesting. It's not going up. It's not going down. It seems pretty, we have big years. Boy, that one that sticks out, that was 96.
Good Lord.
We had over 60 inches in Portland that year. That was because we had the February flood. Then we had flooding in November, and then it capped off. I think there was a 2-inch rain day at the end of December that year, and we had a huge amount of flooding again.
Wow.
That was up and down the West Coast. Like the last 2 days of the month was really big.
Yeah, that one really stands out.
And then you have occasional really dry years. We don't tend to have back-to-back dry years very often, though.
Yeah.
A few in the 80s were a little low, though. We had several years there in the 80s in early 90s where we just didn't even get up to 36 inches. And then Peyton made this one, the accolades. Yeah,
this was fun. I liked this.
Like the, yeah.
So this shows you warmest day, warmest night, coldest day, coldest night. So 102 was our max temperature for the year. That happened on August 22nd. Warmest night also in August, 68 degrees. Coldest day
coldest daytime high.
Yeah, coldest daytime high, 35. That's not very impressive.
That was the day. Portland was mostly shut down that day. Remember, we had the cold east wind come in. Did we have snow? Yeah, we had snow and then freezing rain, or there was a mixture, and then it snowed. I believe it snowed. Yeah, maybe it was a night from the 12th and the 13th. There was the 13th into the 14th. All the florists were very mad at the weather people. I remember that.
Oh, yes.
Valentine's
Day.
That
was bad timing for Valentine's Day.
And things kind of shut down on Valentine's Day morning, and then schools were closed, of course, and then it melted in the afternoon.
That's right.
We were okay, but still messed everything up. And then we had the coldest night morning before
24.
that.
Yeah, also, I mean, it can get so much colder than that. So, interesting.
And then what average winter low is like 22 or 24.
Oh.
Of any one winter.
Yeah, so there you go.
So we're in a pretty mild climate.
Very mild. Mm-hmm.
And the rain, of course.
Yeah. All right.
Ahead. We've got our New Year's Day graphics here, New Year's Eve graphics.
Yes. January in Portland. So it is our second coldest month.
Just barely. It just barely beats out December. They're pretty much the same.
Yeah. So you can see the average high temperature bumps from 46 on the 1st, to 49 on the 31st.
There's hope, folks.
I noticed the average low doesn't really change.
It does not.
Yeah.
So, folks, these are 4 long weeks before we start to see some noticeable warming in February.
Yes.
4 very long and wet, dark weeks. Very long weeks.
Buckle up.
Yeah. Rain, what is it? 3rd wettest month. So after November, December, January kind of together these are the big rainy months, these 3 months. So we're 2/3 of the way through, folks.
Yeah.
That's good news. February does average a little drier.
Why does it feel like January and February are our gloomiest months? Is that just because you're tired of it?
we're gonna have a disagreement here because
you don't think so?
I've never felt that February is a gloomy month because
Oh,
days are getting so much longer. We often have a false, even if it's just 2 or 3 days, we have some days in the 60s that are false spring.
fair enough.
Daffodils are coming out. I never see February as gloomy.
Okay.
But I mean, that's my truth. You have your truth.
I can live mine,
which may not be based on reality, but that's fine.
I'm watching too much Stranger Things.
Yeah.
All right. And then as far as snow goes, measurable snow only has happened once since 2017.
I thought of that. I snapshotted this from last. Oh no, you updated this, but I'm pretty sure because we didn't have it last year, and this graphic was less than 2 years old.
Yeah, that's a good call because I did update this with the fonts, but I actually didn't check to make sure this was all still factual.
2024. We had that brief snow
in January
when that really cold air came in. Yeah, I remember that really cold air. It snowed a little bit.
I don't remember. No, my brain doesn't work like yours.
The extreme one, the extreme one where we were frozen most of the week and all the wind damage up in the West Hills.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, our coworkers, all messed up. People falling in the parking lot. That stuff. Remember that?
Oh, is that when Anna broke her wrist?
That could be. And then we had the coworker Allison fell in the parking lot of her apartment complex, and then she had to go stay in a hotel with her cat.
Are we violating any
non-disclosure agreements? Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, so I'm guessing that was the other one in 2024. Let's see if anybody mentioned that in the chat. Some of our weather geek friends know everything because we're not. pulling up
Joe's just trying to rally the troops here. We went from 14 viewers to 18. Yay!
Oh, good. Okay, let's cover the terrible mountain snowpack. It's bad. Now, okay, let me preface this in case a ski area owner is watching or listening. I went skiing on last Friday, was that the day after Christmas? Yes, it was. Fresh snow, it was fun. Some thin spots, okay. And then I went 2 days later on Sunday because I thought, who knows what the season is going to be like. I better get my value out of this pass.
Yeah.
And then it was sunny and calm. So it's nice. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But thin spots, especially the south-facing slopes, several times I heard kind of a ripping noise on the bottom of my ski.
Yeah.
And then what was more interesting is that bear grass, when you go hiking up there in the summer, those beautiful kind of white frond-looking things, you could see them just kind of pushed down and, sticking out through the snow as the snow was pushing them down.
Yeah.
That was weird to see at the end of December.
And then we had a few more sunny, dry days, which probably didn't help.
Actually, believe it or not, the sunshine this time of the year doesn't do much damage because it's so weak.
That's
and the nights are so long. It takes 3/4 of the sunny day for the snow to even start to soften. Then pretty soon the sun's behind the ridge and it freezes again. It's the warm rain stuff. This is the sort of stuff that does not really hurt the snowpack. This is the view at 4 p.m. today, Thursday the 1st.
Yeah.
And you could see there was brief freezing rain east slopes of the Cascades today, north central Oregon as well.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, though, it was above freezing. Notice Meadows, Timberline, upper 30s, Government Camp 35, and it's not going to go below freezing again until Sunday. So we've got several waves of showers on that very thin snowpack. Timberline just announced today that they're done with night skiing until they get more snow.
Such a bummer.
So this is January 1st snow depth at the bottom of the Poochie Lip. There's a long-term, 40-year-long climate station there. It's kind of out in the woods. I've ridden up and I didn't walk on it because there's a snow pillow thing, but I looked at it in the summertime when you can just ride your bike up there.
Yeah.
And it's neat to see. But there's only about 20 inches of snow there.
Ugh.
So by far the lowest of the last few years.
Yeah.
So here's a better way to look at it. Timberline has this great some tools on their website where you can pick out the lightest years, the heaviest years. Their records, I think, go back to 1950 or so. And they call it the lightest years, the 4 worst years, basically. And we are at, Timberline Lodge is at 22, 21 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So that is worse than the 04, 05 are well known as really bad ski years, total, just a real mess. And then 2014, 10 years later, it happened again.
Yeah.
Although 2014 is interesting because March went from 50 inches on the ground, which was way below average, up to 140 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So March was fantastic that year, but most years with these really bad years, it never really recovers. Sometimes it recovers a little bit in the spring, but I mean, you've lost all the winter skiing.
Dang.
So 76, 77 was a big drought year all across the West, the 20 inches. So so we have beat these 3 years for the worst. So basically this year is on par as the worst or second worst out of those last, 70 or so years, 70 years, right?
That black line is 76, 77, right?
Right. And we're and I highlighted, we're at about 20 inches right now. This year is not on this graph, but it would be about.
It would be right there, that point. Got it.
So this is at the bottom. This is the worst it can get, folks.
Yeah, or the
that
worst
we've
we've
seen.
seen. Yeah,
Historically, the worst we have seen.
Ooh.
So we will see. Oh, I have another graphic that kind of goes with this. So this is pretty bad. Time to pull this out once a month. The just the SNOTEL cites the amount of water in the snowpack, which we'll cover in a second. And you can see what everybody's way below average, less than 50% of average.
Yeah,
that's Oregon. Washington, more storms. There are a few storms up north, so it was slightly better. Are you going to get rid of that cough? It's been about a month.
It's for everyone watching and listening. It's the whatever 2025 mystery throat illness is.
Right.
I've had this lingering cough since before Thanksgiving, and I can't get rid of it.
My wife too.
Get it.
So I think you probably did the most relatable thing when you're coughing. Like people are like, "Oh yeah, I got that too."
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a thing. I've never had this happen to me before.
You should get a job where you don't have to talk.
Yeah, that would help. Or a hobby where I don't like exert my cardiovascular system, because that also doesn't help.
Oh, yeah. Term of the week, SWE. Can you guess what it is?
Here we go.
Upper left, folks, right there. See it? What does it say? There it is.
Snow water equivalent.
That's right.
Important. All right, so I may or may not have stolen this from the Weather Channel, this graphic, but, it does a good job of showing...
You gave credit.
Yeah, of course. So, snow water equivalent, first of all, definition from the National Weather Service glossary is the water content obtained from melting accumulated snow. So if we could take all the snow that's on the surface, melt it down, how many inches of water would we have sitting on the surface? Right?
Right. Yeah.
And this is important because we have different types of snow, basically. Right? We've got really fluffy snow, we've got wet snow. Snowpack is really kind of packed down, icier. So when you're thinking in terms of hydrology, it's not really helpful to just know a snow amount. You want to know how much water content is in there. So I thought this graphic did a decent job because it shows you the liquid to snow ratios there with how, the fluffier snow, 15-1, wet snow, just 6. I mean, it can vary a lot. It's crazy depending on the temperature.
And the Cascades, we're definitely at the wet end of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be really heavy wet snow.
What do they call it? Cascade concrete?
Concrete, yep.
Yeah.
This is your graphic. Yeah, I made this graphic a couple of years ago when we had an approaching snow in the valley. So I'm like, well, just think of today. In fact, Camila, do you know how much precipitation we had today? That light rain?
I may have glanced at it.
But you don't, right?
But yeah, it doesn't really matter as much.
And I wouldn't. Do any of us really care? It just kind of dripped today. You'd say, was it 500ths or was it a third of an inch? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Well, look at the difference. Think how small these. And so we don't care on the left side when it's rain.
Right.
But suddenly, this is the problem when snow forecasting. We're digressing slightly, but look at the difference. That would be a ½ inch of snow versus 3 inches of snow if it's the 1 to 10 inches. The point is, so that's a problem forecasting. So here's how one-way snow water equivalent is used. You actually saw it back here on those charts. Whoops, there. This is the amount of water in the snowpack. SNOTEL, it's more important how much water's in the snowpack for summer water use, right? For reservoirs and irrigators. We don't care how many inches are on the ground necessarily. So, because it gets denser and denser as the season goes on, it's a brick. It'll become a brick in the next few weeks out there.
Yeah.
So, this is Timberline. I'm sorry. This is at the bottom of the Poochie chair, the Mount Hood test site, SNOTEL. So the light blue, just look at the blues for now. The light, we're going time October 1st on the left, all the way to July on the right.
Yep.
Okay. The light blue is the average, or maybe it's the median. It's actually the median for about 30 years here, for 30 years. See how it gradually accumulates. Timberline at that location peaks usually in late April, and then there's a much quicker drop off, the big melt in later May and June. And on average, it's gone right around July 1st in that spot. So look where we are. Wow.
That's our current snow water equivalent.
Getting further and further behind.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So
it is interesting. So this is precipitation. So whether it's rain or snow, the amount of precipitation is actually above average for the year so far. The water began on October 1st. So clearly we've had warm systems is the problem.
Right.
Not lack of precipitation. It's warm systems.
So we're running like 15-ish inches below
snow, or yeah. And typically,
snow water equivalent.
The average snow water equivalent, like 21 inches in the snowpack, right? Should be there, but right now there's 4.9.
Yeah, rough.
Oh, in fact, I have another graphic. Now, I didn't convert this over. I didn't convert this over into non-Christmas graphics because this is an old graphic we had.
I like that it's still
Yeah.
festive.
It's okay. We need festivity in these long, dark weeks of January.
Yeah. And
so
I thought it was interesting that earlier you were like, when the snowpack is so bad at the beginning of the year, oftentimes it doesn't get better. But sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Because I used this as a hopeful graphic last night. I was like, don't fret just
If you're a skier, do not freak out.
Yeah.
Yes, you've lost some value on your path so far, but you know what? There are worse things. It could be amazing in a few weeks. We don't know.
Right.
But I just took the 6 lowest years here, which now this year and then 2 years ago, this graphic we'd used 2 years ago because it was really bad.
Yeah.
You see the really bad years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happens?
Sometimes
we don't
get
know
a bunch
this
of
year
snow.
what happens. But then how much snow fell in January? That year in 2024, 2 years ago, remember just before we had our big freeze down here, it was huge. There was so much snow, the ski areas I thought closed a couple days.
Yeah.
Like, then it was too much. Too little and then too much. So 90 inches fell that time. In 1990, I remember that when I was in college. It was crazy. Storm after storm after storm.
Wow.
I believe my sister got stuck. She was in college at the time too, and she got stuck up with some girls they brought down from their basketball team. I thought she said they had to sleep under like a table at the Timberline Day Lodge because it was too unsafe to go back down after night skiing. Yeah.
Jeez.
106 inches in 1 month. This is a government camp. Okay.
That's crazy.
2020, same thing happened.
Yeah.
Yet, I mentioned those 2 years. 2005, only 11 inches fell in January.
So that was just bad all around. Yeah.
So if that were to happen, then it would be, terrible. That's how bad it could be. 2014, only 2 feet fell. So the ski season just continued limping along, or just didn't in 05. I believe in 05, Ski Bowl maybe only open for 3 weeks. I think that might be the year.
Did it get any better in February that year? Do you remember?
In 2005?
2005. No. Okay.
2014 it did, because we had snow here in Portland that first week. 2014 did recover.
Okay.
But not 05. So I guess by February you could argue 4 out of the 6 here did recover.
See?
Is this going to be one that doesn't recover or not? We're going to see.
We're going to cross our fingers.
We're going to cover what's ahead. Is that my stomach? I'm getting hungry.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, so good. This ties in with Amy's question. When will the valley get snow?
We don't see any in the next 10 days at least.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amy.
Yeah.
So you can't go without a looping satellite picture. So we decided to go with water vapor this time. Can you find the center of the low?
Nice.
Right in here, kind of in this area.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of moisture coming up from the south. These disorganized bands of showers moving north. Main action into California. I see the Rose Parade down in California. It rained the first time in 20-something years. My sister lives in India, and she said it rained hard last night. She said it drowned out all the fireworks racket. Because it was raining so hard. Sorry, I almost busted everything in here.
Yeah, I think I saw a video from the Rose Bowl, and they were like squeegeeing the field. It looked like. Yikes.
Yeah. So they've been getting the main action.
Yeah.
And then we get the leftovers. Whenever it comes up from the south, it's never that good. In fact, I don't think we've had a podcast since the big non-windstorm, right? No, we did a podcast the day before what could be a windstorm.
I think that's correct.
Katie and I did one. Yeah, it didn't happen. A low coming up straight from the south like that, risky, and we were chastised by some. We should have paid more attention to the Euro, but I think I probably would have made the same forecast. This time, if it happens again straight from the south, I'll be like, if 2 models are still not showing the big wind, be careful.
Yeah, that's a tough call, though.
It was. So at this moment, we have, this is a surface map. Can you tell where the cool high pressure is? Yes. The big H stuck in the Columbia Basin. This is a seasonal thing. We have cool air. It's not cold Arctic air. It's not that cold, actually, but just enough to give some freezing rain today as the rain moved over the cooler air. Pretty much above freeway level. I-84 stayed clear to the Dalles and a little ways beyond, but I know there were accidents east of there, maybe east of Celilo and John Day Dam, somewhere at Rufus, I think. And so, not quite cold enough for freezing rain at river level, most of the I-84, but just above river level, like in the Hood River Valley, Dufur, Maupin. My relatives drove through Madras this morning at like 5 a.m. and said it was pretty icy.
Yeah, a little sketch.
And of course we get the cold east wind. What's better on a New Year's Day than rainy, cloudy, 37 degrees, feels like it's 24 and the wind is gusting to 53.
Sustained winds around 30.
Yeah.
Yikes.
By the way, I put these two together and I just posted this on one of the local Facebook groups. Something's wrong with the Crown Point sensor this year. It always has read higher than, if you just go stand in one spot and you stand in the other, it's always windier at Crown Point. Yet look at the averages and the peaks are too low.
That doesn't make sense.
That's not the first time I've noticed it this year. Something's up. Either that sensor is dirty or maybe it's turned funny. I don't know what's going on. Or it's been moved. I haven't been down there for a while. Maybe they moved it to the front side of the building, which it gets less wind. I'm not sure. But Crown Point is not reading as high as it should.
Also, the directions look.
It's always been wonky because it swirls around the Vista House.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Notice how consistent the other one is up in the free air there. It's consistently east. Actually, it should be east northeast, so I don't know why it says east southeast. And you see the cold temperatures today. What a cold, rainy day.
Yeah,
didn't rain much.
Dreary.
Dreary. All right, so we have that upper level low offshore. This is this evening. All right, and we have this kind of divergent southerly flow, just giving us showers, some lifting. By the time we get to Saturday, 2 days from now, that low is beginning to get absorbed back into the main flow, so it's moving towards us. So as it moves by. So as it moves by Saturday evening, then we get more of a surge of real rain, probably a gusty south wind. Models trying to make a low come up the coast. It's weaker than what they had shown 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for that anyway. I'm sorry, not 2 weeks ago. Was that only a week and 2 days ago? Yeah, that was Christmas Eve. Oh yeah, it was going to be the Christmas Eve windstorm.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so we're watching that, but I think there'll be a surge of south wind probably Saturday evening, Saturday night. Hopefully staying below 40. Okay. Then let's widen it out. So this is Sunday, and this is just the Euro ensemble average. We'll go to ensemble averages now, which looks a little cleaner. This is for Sunday, so we're getting a dip that's coming through an upper level trough. So we get some snow in the mountains, cool and showery on Sunday. How much rain falls on Sunday? TBD.
Yeah, because it was looking dry. I wonder if it's because that system is getting more kind of absorbed into the north. I don't know.
Could be.
Than before.
Camila was criticizing my all rainy day Sunday. She said it doesn't look that bad.
But that's
maybe
how
it
looked.
That's
how it looked yesterday. But the latest graph runs are saying, I don't know, might just be kind of showery and not bad. Yeah,
we will see. So we got a trough there. Okay, so then we get to Wednesday, so that'll be the 7th. Wow, already through the first week of January. There's still some upper level troughing. Still the Euro ensemble average. And then we get to, here we go. Wait. We're going to have movement here. I tried to slow it down, but it shouldn't be too confusing. So what you're going to see, I'm going to tell you what you're going to see, folks. And then you can decide.
This is the safety briefing as you get on the roller coaster. Okay.
Right.
So pay attention.
Keep your hands and arms inside. We're going to go through, we're going to go through next Thursday, which will be the 8th, all the way through the 16th. We're going to go through a little over a week. What you're going to see, you can see my cursor, right? This trough gets replaced by ridging, but then the ridging seems to want to back up a little. Okay, you ready? Watch the ridging. There we go. It's retrogressing slightly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Okay, back to the beginning. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. Watch the ridging.
Nice little leap backwards. Yeah.
So, two things. My thoughts are two thoughts on that. One is this keeps systems pretty weak after next Wednesday.
Yeah.
We could go dry if the ridging is strong enough, or we might have a dirty ridge where we just get weak systems that kind of try to come through the ridge.
Yeah.
Also, that's a kind of approaching not really the danger zone, but I start getting I start paying more attention when the ridge starts getting that far west, because then a trough could suddenly come back down the backside of the ridge and we're into Arctic air. We don't see that, but that's always a possibility. But that puts us all the way to mid-January with no Arctic air and no low-end snow. There.
Staying mild.
In fact, if we, you know what? It's the new year and the new thing. I mean, now it's the old thing, but AI, let's go all AI here, folks.
Okay.
The GFS now has an AI ensemble model here.
Exciting.
There's the GFS. So if we're going to have a not very good American model, let's just make it into an AI not very good American model. I don't know. Not that I was burned by that windstorm by the GFS, but
no, yeah, we're still not bitter about that.
But these show the same thing. This is days 10 through 15. So this is the Sunday the 11th through. So this is a week from Sunday through the next. So basically not this next work week, but the work week after. Okay, it's got on average ridging over us. That's a GFS AI ensemble. The Euro AI ensemble, same thing. Euro has an AI version now, same thing. So that also makes me think, okay, most likely we're maybe heading towards mild west, whether we get an inversion or not, we don't know, and cold east. Based on that one. Yeah, they both have a cold. If I lived in the Great Lakes, I'd be like, oh man, January.
Here it comes.
Yeah. That's a general feeling.
Yeah.
guy here. In fact, for precip, it's kind of obvious on both since we're going to all AI here because that's the new thing. Embrace the future. Terminator right there. Okay, so
until it replaces our jobs.
Did you know when I use we have the Alexa, thing. I shouldn't even say Alexa because it's going to activate something around me, but we have Alexa at home for the music.
Yeah.
And so I always say thank you because I figure when they rise up against us, they're going to remember that I was the one that was good
that
to
you
them.
were polite.
Right.
Or are you just one of those people that's like burning 6,000 more trees because you're just wasting it by saying thank you, making it respond to more things?
What a terrible person.
God.
So this is the 24-hour QPF from the GFS AI model. And they both show the same thing. So wet. And then there seems to be a late next week, possibly that next weekend. Could the weekend of the 11th, 12th be looking drier?
Oh, dry window there. Yeah.
Yeah. And also on the Euro AI.
Nice.
FS.
Okay.
Artificial Intelligence Forecast System Ensemble. Got that? Same sort of thing. We could be headed towards drier for that second full week of the month, maybe. For sure, we know this first half of this next week is going to be wet.
Yeah.
And the message here is this is just back to, okay, I didn't have an AI version of this. So Euro Ensemble, it's mild.
Yeah, these are warm systems coming through.
Relatively warm, or at least average. Yeah. Especially the first 10 days.
Right.
And here's another thing to support that. Yes, the dash line 850 millibar temp 0. So this is like freezing level of government camp, let's say. If you want snow government camp, you're going to want the green and the blue line control or the mean. Of the,
below the dashed.
At or below the dashed. And that's what we have really from Sunday through next Thursday.
Yep.
So whatever comes in during that time should fall as mainly snow. For sure, higher up, it's going to fall as snow at the ski resorts.
Yeah.
After that, we'll see. And this is the Euro Ensemble average. It does produce. This seems a little high to me, but it says we're going to estimate between 10 and 30 inches by the following weekend. Oh, this is by next Thursday.
So like Sunday to Thursday, basically.
Yeah. We would prefer the 30-inch, not the 10-inch. The point is, I think for ski area operators, this weekend's terrible. Maybe a few inches on Saturday night, Sunday, 5-8 inches at best. But then next weekend could be like, okay, could we really be in business with more widespread snow coverage possibly? That's the next chance on a weekend for getting good snow.
Yeah.
I've already got that planned out. I have next Friday off, right?
Oh, look at that. Timed that out.
Thinking ahead. Yep.
Suspiciously well.
Funny how that works. So this is our 7-day forecast. There's no one totally dry day, but there's also, it's possible none of those days are like totally rainy the whole day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think especially this weekend or the next few days, I feel like there's going to be some dry pockets in there. It looked like.
Yeah. And I get a little queasy with the AMs and PMs. I'm the one that made this forecast, but I'm like, do we really know 4 days ahead of time in this fast moving progressive pattern that it will be Tuesday PM instead of morning? I left it that way, but
I think people appreciate knowing and then just knowing that we have to adjust as models adjust. Because then, by tomorrow we might put wettest PM for Monday, and you're like, wait a minute. But it does change that fast.
And unless you're getting like all parasocial with just the Euro only, it's like you're probably looking at different models.
Right.
Okay.
All right, viewer photos. We made it.
There we go.
Cool. Oh my gosh, it's 7:51 already.
How did it get to the 7:51? Oh, because we couldn't get it started.
Blabbing away.
Wow, okay.
This is a really nice picture from Ruth. That is Crater Lake, right?
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. I didn't check my work, but because all Ruth said was my favorite place in all of Oregon with this picture. Yeah. That
summertime. Look at that summer. You can just walk around. It's all bare snow, mostly bare.
Yeah. But it's pretty with the snow,
it's pretty. There's one.
Nice shot of Mount Hood here, taken from Damascus by Tracy. Looks
Did I tell you my son and I we're thinking of hiking around Mount Hood this summer?
Really?
To do it. I figure
like around the whole thing.
I'm going to be 57, so I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I always thought I would, and I'm like,
you got to send it.
I better do it.
Get on it.
Yeah, I think 3 days. I can do it in 3 days.
That'd be
really
cool.
I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
Maybe I can come be your aid station. I'll ride my bike or something.
You and Johnny could do it in 1 day. I have a cousin that did it. They would do it in 1 day. 41 miles around the mountain and 10,000 feet vertical.
Yuck. I don't know about that. I don't know about me signing up for something like that.
They said it was really bad. They were young in their 20s and 30s.
This was a nice picture, just showing, we have gotten some snow and some nice snow doggles, snow toggles,
dongles,
snow doggos. Can you say the name of that place? Because I'm going to mess it up.
I think it's Coldwater Lake, isn't it?
No, but I have the town name in there.
Not St. Helens?
No.
Oh, Tootle.
Thank you. I was going to mess that up. I was going to say Toutle.
I think this goes back to my childhood, but I think I had a book that had Tootle the engine, like a red engine. I'm going to look that up, like a fire engine.
Tootle. I like that.
Oh, that would have been TOO, probably. Okay, Tootle.
Yeah. Anyway. And then some nice cloud pictures.
Oh, thanks, Brandon. Brandon sends us pictures sometimes. So
I also kind of guessed at these, but I think I'm right. Don't those look like undulatus clouds? Undulatus?
Are they?
The waves?
I don't know. Yeah.
The rows of waves?
They could be. Could be, yeah.
Could be. Altocumulus for sure on the right-hand side. I'm more confident about those.
I've never really been a big cloud person. Weird, huh?
Hey, that is weird because I love clouds and I love trying to figure out what they are, like what cloud formation, what level. I think that's really cool.
It's interesting because when I was in my 20s and I had a coworker and he was big into like each weather person has their own like big thing weather-wise that they're into. I don't want to say weather kink because that sounds weird, but that's kind of what I mean. Like, what are you into weather-wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
So
what really fires you up?
In my case, at that time, it was wind and cold. But his big thing was he wanted to live in a place where the temperature would have more extremes. He wanted to see more ups and downs. So he actually lived 20 miles away from work so he could be in a place where that experienced more rapid highs and lows or more changeable highs and lows. Yeah. Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah. Continental. You got to live in a continental place.
Okay.
Anyway. All right. So there you go. Those were our viewer photos. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who sends those in. You can, of course, submit through our app. Very easy. And we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. I'm trying to, I'm in the wrong window here. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. We're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Any other questions in the chat? Let's see.
Yeah, see what you got.
Let's see, Joe. How do I send questions so that they pop up?
You have to show on stream, or am I only allowed to do that? Right there.
Maybe you're just allowed to do that.
I think it's just me. I have settings set a certain way. Yeah, Joe says, feel like we always get snow. Lately, we have been getting snow in February a lot. Wait, if you're at 1,200 feet, I live at 1,000 feet. I definitely, even in regular years that aren't like La Niñas, I easily get snow in March. Sometimes I get more in March than other months. Just kind of the marginal 30 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
I think that was pretty much it. Let's see.
We already covered Amy. When will the valley get snow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we don't know. Not in the next 10 days.
Yeah.
Yep. And chilly in the Dalles. Yeah, wet, but not much ice out this way. Yeah, river level. Bobby, thanks. Yeah, it stayed just above freezing.
Stayed above freezing. That's good.
Oh, and Joe, he's out in the Hoodland Corridor. His CWOP, his weather station is online. Okay, I'm going to look.
Nice.
I can't wait.
Thanks, Joe.
If you want more snow, go east of the Cascades. That's true. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, we better wrap it up. We got a big show. Oh, holy cow, you're on in 4 minutes.
Yeah, I got to go.
Thanks for joining us,
really
folks.
Fun.
Yeah, Happy New Year, and we will see you next week on the First Alert Weather Podcast.